Alright, in this video here we're going to talk a little bit about human behavior and metal detectors. You know, there was a discussion taking place over there on the Friendly Metal Detecting Forum. It's been a couple of weeks, maybe 3. And, you know, I've never hunted a salt beach in my life. And I made a comment. And there's a gentleman over there, you know, he actually had a lot of experience hunting salt beaches. And what I basically said was, wonder if we put up some cameras on a salt beach if we had live feed where we could watch people with their metal detectors. And they're out there, you know, with all these nice multi-frequency detectors, and they're going at it on that wet salt sand, that old tide is down. What would we see? Well, I made a comment. Most people we would probably see sweeping their coils parallel to the water's edge. That's the direction most people would be sweeping their coils. Well, what could that cause? Well, you know, the way these old detectors work, you know, the old sharpshooter, you know, has been showing you this bird dog. Now, some beaches don't have a lot of iron on them, but you know, you get storms and you don't know what's fell out of somebody's pocket or off of a maintenance vehicle out there on some of these salt beaches. So, a lot of people sweep parallel probably, huh? They don't sweep perpendicular to the water's edge. Okay, well, let's get out of the salt beach environment, or even, believe it or not, even a freshwater beach, maybe that's what they're doing too. So what about if we go, let's talk about a sports field. Well, you know, a lot of sports fields have chain link fences around them. Now, they may have other types of fences. They're probably generally made out of metal. Let me turn this camera off briefly. Alright, we got the camera back on. So these fences around a lot of these fields are probably made out of metal. You know, sometimes the metal detectors can get it in their head, you know. They see a big old field, you know, and you know, the more you sweep, increases your odds. So you see what I call the wild blue yonder out there, you know, and you hit that old field and you take off. Well, I wonder if we put a camera on a sports field that had some metal detectors to come into it like this, and we watch the perimeter around closer to the fence, say out about, I don't know, 20 feet. Wonder what we would see. Would most of those detectors be sweeping parallel to that fence? You know, because, you know, you have to turn when you get to the fence if you're sweeping perpendicular, you know, perpendicular to the fence. You got to get down there to a certain point, you know, and your old coil's going to detect that fence, and then you got to make a U-turn or turn left or right. You got to get back away from that fence. So when you're out detecting, you know, what sharpshooter's telling you in this video, you can fall victim to your own behavior when you go into a site. And your detector, depending on the layout detecting scenario, there could be a nice find there. Your detector won't detect sweeping parallel. Even that barn over there, I could sweep parallel to that barn. I could be 4 feet away from that barn over there and be sweeping parallel. There's a nice find there, but there's a nail or something that's got me or modern try. Something's got me obstructed. I don't get to hear what I'm after. I don't get no alert. You know, so when you're out in the wild, you know, you give this some thought. Think about what you've been doing. What's your tendency? You know, if you've been doing this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, what is your tendency? Do you have one? Maybe you need to break it. It might not hurt you. It could only maybe help you. Okay? Pay attention to other people too. When if you see somebody that's detecting a sport, maybe you're not detecting, maybe you're walking your dog or something in a park. You see somebody detecting, you know, sort of like, well, what are they doing? Sports field? See what they're doing. Do you see anything? You know? Yeah, you got to think about stuff like this because it does play into the bigger picture of your success. I hope you enjoyed the video.